Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Neki broadcast. Today we are going to play mid Dota 2, and as usual we are trying to win. Now let's see what happened here. Lots of agility bans, and my team is alright. However, we are going versus this Faceless Void, which poses an issue, simply because Faceless Void can obviously stun the whole team and kill it as you watch. This is the reason we're going to go Razor. I feel like Razor simply because if I do get stunned with my team, at least I have my Eye of the Storm, reducing armor and dealing damage, and in case I got my static link off before Faceless Void altered. Oh my god, what is this? This is just reflexes, guys. Sorry, just a reflex. If I do get my static link going before, I can still drain damage while I'm being stunned. So I already have 2 skills. I would say 3 skills that can work while I'm being stunned. And also I can just go in and start draining Faceless Void. At that point he has a decision to make. He can either jump back to break the link, and in this case he won't be able to initiate the fight, so we will have the fight on our own terms, or he can choose to go in and ult and start the fight, start bashing on my team. However, during all this time I'll be draining his damage, so he will be pretty much useless. So I do have a fighting chance. Now if he does initiate first and I don't get off any of my spells, however, if I feel a fight is brewing, I will be at least activating Eye of the Storm, right? So it's quite difficult that I don't get any of my spells in. So if he manages to initiate, of course he counters. Faceless Void, in my opinion, counters everything, right? Sure, there are items that you can buy, like this, what's it called? Eon Disc, right? Which is a counter to Faceless Void, so you can get that if you don't want to be the one who is focused down during that ultimate. You do get it, but it's difficult for the whole team to get that item, right? It requires lots of gold. It sets back the whole team. Okay, so bread and butter of Razor in early game, it's basically static link and plasma field, and I will be prioritizing static link for obvious reasons. Now if a fight is starting here, which it seems it is, I'm going to do just that. Not sure if I should be this daring or not. Okay, there it is, first blood. So that is the static link there doing its job. While the static link is draining damage, if I read the description correctly, I don't need to do anything. Basically attacks will go by themselves. But once the static link finishes, I do need to right click, and he counter warded me. That is not a problem. I will bring my own counter words. So let's see here. Okay, now Meaning versus Death Prophet is quite interesting, simply because just a last hit there. So it's interesting simply because he has his own channeled spell, I mean half channeled, I don't know how to describe it, so fire and forget more or less. So he has his own spell there. You see he's draining me as we speak. He's draining my health, so that is always a problem. Oops. Okay, and I'm starting here to lose my grip on this lane, and I should focus more. Okay, let's see here. Now laning versus this particular hero is going to be difficult, simply because he has such a great array of laning spells. As you saw, the life drain capability, when he was able to turn. He's not relying on his auto attacks, so from this perspective I'm not a massive counter to him. And you see now he's draining me, so now there's the question, Which one is more powerful? Am I more powerful? Is he more powerful? Do I go back? Do I not go back? So all these choices here. So if you do a proper analysis, or if you have more experience, you'll end up making the right choice, and it's quite interesting, right? But otherwise, we'll just have to wing it, I guess. We just have to learn as we go, which is not obviously the most effective. Perhaps I should use my Q first. I mean, Q should prioritize Q usage for harassment rather than W. Okay. Let's see here. Ruin his last hit. Okay, so I'm going to get the plasma field simply because I feel it's a much better harassment tool versus this hero. You see, there now he's draining me. I go back. And then I can go in with my drain. I'm not sure how many charges he has. Okay. Great, so you saw I kept my distance there because I wanted to maximize the damage from my plasma field, right? So that's the only reason I kept my distance there, so I was just waiting for that plasma field. And then as soon as the link finished, one more auto attack, basically to leverage the power of that drain. And hopefully I don't die to these creeps, because that would be majorly embarrassing. Anyway, why is my courier ignoring me? He's like, I'm not a mad mind reader, Gov. So yeah, it's not a mind reader. I should have pressed button. It's just so many things going on, and that might seem a bit overwhelming at first when you start playing, because there's just so much input. And if you are an analytical person like I am trying to be here, right? I don't always manage to achieve this mindset, this behavior. Okay, he's draining me, and that is a problem. Let's see how far will he go. He won't kill me. Well, I've gone this far back, might as well go all the way back and TP with mana and HP and everything. No reason to make plays where plays cannot be made. So look at my HP, empty bottle, really not a good place to be in. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to TP back, and that's it. I'm going to pick it up from where I left off. So let's see, does he have any vision here? Ah, just terrible timing. Alas, we got the word, and that is crucial. Vision management. You see now he's again trying to drain me, and you see the mechanics with plasma field. Plasma field slows him, so it enables me to run away from that drain. Range, otherwise he would basically be faster than me, I assume, because I did not get my storm surge. I'm gonna abuse my plasma field. Let's see, he's gonna take his drain. Okay, he has his drain, so I go back, and then I'm trying to use my damage to blast hits. It's always problematic to get close to that guy. Trying to bait some spells there. Yeah, I baited his ultimate, so that's always good to see. Now, if I drain his damage, I won't be affecting his spirits, so that is always a terrible spot to be in. Okay, I'm trying to basically get maximum usage out of my Q, out of my plasma field. I'm trying to keep him away from the tower, and now with his ultimate on cooldown, I feel confident that I can take him on next. Now, I'm not going to go for anything too crazy. I'm just going to go for my boots. Increases attack speed, gives me a bit of survivability as well. There is a fight here, but I'm too late. No point in wasting farm time. Death Prophet is back in business. Not happy with my mana levels, I give you that. Not being on top of my runes. So now I'm looking for a gank, for an opportunity to... Now, this would be interesting normally, but those two players there top, they both have marvelous escapes. So I'm not too keen on going there. I'll be more interested in going bottom, because Night Stalker and Leech, they don't have those escape abilities. So let's see here. Okay, draining me again. So at least now I will be the one to get the rune, and I am going to at least get 1 point in my... And that would be a good time for me to go bottom. Or if I should I think. I'll be getting Leech one way or the other. Oh, maybe they will get them. Okay, never mind. I can TP, use this time to TP middle. Go get him. He definitely has a word here, so he saw me TP.
This will come as a shock. Denied. I go.
Okay, this is such an annoying hero to play against, this Death Prophet. So, at least in the beginning, so here... Oh. What did I do? Oh yes, that was a reflex again. I was trying to press my town portal scroll. Obviously my town portal was on cooldown, and at the same time I didn't have any. Okay. Let's see, plasma field upgraded.
Path of least resistance.
Let's try to get some vision here on the rune. Not even trying to drain him anymore, simply because I do feel it's a waste of time. Excellent, he went for the other rune, which puts me at an advantage. Well, my team is doing well, no reason to leave my lane, really. Some people are desperate to gank. If your team is doing well, just don't do it. No reason, really.
Direct current. Agreed. Your power.
Nice blocks there for Ricky, from Ricky at the end. So you see, it's quite easy. If I do have some distraction, it's quite easy to dispatch of this, and this is the correct play. We should be actually getting this Death Prophet, right? He's a prime target, so it's quite easy to dispatch of him if I have a teammate nearby. So I'm going to go for this early game skill plasma field. However, if I don't have a teammate nearby, he just pops his drain, and there's really nothing I can do because he can exchange blows with me. Oh god, he's gonna drain me and kill me now. He's gonna drain me and kill me. Never mind, I'm too fast for him. So it's just a bit silly because I pop my static link, he pops his drain, and then it's basically a game of luck. I mean, if he pops his ultimate and I pop my ultimate, it's again a game of luck. So really, we can try it now. So experiment, right? We don't know, so we're gonna try it now, right? I'm popping my ultimate. I have my drain. Right. Oh, I win. There you go. We didn't know who is going to win. We made an experiment, scientific experiment. The results of the experiment are in. So apparently, if I have my static link on and my Eye of the Storm, which work very well together, as you know, one reduces armor, the other one drains damage, I apparently am able to kill him faster than his drain, especially since I assume he did not max out drain, right? So as soon as I have my ultimate up, I'm going to go in again, and I'm going to build a dispel item so I can dispel that drain. I believe my static link cannot be dispelled, so from this perspective, once I get a dispel item, then I am able to exchange blows with this Death Prophet in a more violent manner. So I won't, in a more brave manner. So I won't be able to. I won't need to worry about going back. I won't need to. I just pop my dispel item, which I believe it's called. How is it called? I always forget the names. So my Manta style, right? So whenever I'm drained, again, he has multiple charges. However, it's just difficult to execute. As you can see, I'm burning both of them, slowing them, dealing some damage. I do have my plasma field and my bottle here, so I'm not all that bothered. Oh my god, that is an absolute deadly combination. And I'm going to go here and help my team absolutely destroy that guy. No way they're going to do anything about this. So you saw there, I even forgot to pop my haste. I think I was wondering, why am I so slow? Should have popped my haste. Yeah, so we are 7-0-0. So as you saw, you don't see me being extremely aggressive with my play, extremely let's say anxious, with extremely high reflexes. You don't see me as being a gaming machine, right? Okay, that is a problem here. I forgot about his silence. He's draining me and my team is not helping. My team is happily farming. Well, what can you say? What can you do? Probably I've been doing the same while talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. So, only for you, I am not giving my team 100% of my attention. I'm giving them 90%. Well, I would like to think that I'm able to talk and my attention, with my attention only be affected by 1%, but I doubt that is not the case. I doubt that is the case. What am I doing here? I'm contradicting myself over and over again. As you can see, talking while playing, it's taking its toll on me. Anyway, so what I was getting at is that you don't see me being overly aggressive. You don't see me being overly stressed. I'm just using my brain as I'm clicking around and I'm talking to you at the same time. So I'm going 7-0-0-0 while using my brain. Of course, it's not a very high skilled bracket, right? By all means, we are. It's skilled compared. We are defeating ourselves, right? We are trying to get from our level. We are trying to get higher, right? So from this perspective, it's a battle with ourselves relative to our current skill. It's a challenging bracket, right? So yeah, it's basically we are using our brain and still getting lots of kills. It's not about reflexes. It's in my opinion, it's 80% about strategy, 20% about reflexes. And now we're going to go and help our teammates. And we are going to also get our double damage. We are not going to forget this time. What? No. Where is he? Where is he? Oh god, who killed him? Don't understand who healed him there. Oh, it was, of course. He was just... He ran away and it was his teammate. I'm talking absolute nonsense. So nobody healed him. It was just another hero. They just look very similar. Okay, so you saw what... that is the power of... Probably we should get a neutral item as well. That was the power of Ricky there. When he saw the ultimate, instead of the ultimate bouncing between the two of us, Ricky activated his spell, disappearing from the map for a split second, which basically meant the ultimate from Leech had no target to bounce to, so that was just quite nice play, if you ask me. I'm not sure whether I should get the mana or the attributes, probably the attributes, but since I'm low on mana, it's a bonus there. So now we are going to do with more static damage. We're going to do pretty well with that. See a fight brewing here, so I'm going to help. And I'm going to get this Faceless Void. See, he can't blink far because he's not level, not sure, level 15. He's not level 15 yet, he's just shy of level 15. Well, 2 levels onto level 15. So he can't really jump far to jump away from my static link. So once he gets to level 15, then yeah, he can escape me. However, if he does escape me, I still can run and catch up to him. If he's slow, then we have lots of spells here that can slow, stun, so... Oh god, what is this? That is gonna be a problem. I'm going to ask for help. Probably not going to get it. I never get it. Just silence, please. No, it's too much to ask. All he had to do is basically go in and silence. That's all he had to do. Anyway, no point in crying over spilled milk. In hindsight, I wanted him to just stay away instead of feeding, but apparently, yeah. So I'm going to. He's not very mannered, and yeah, BKB would be the answer to some of our problems. However, for example, this Night Stalker, right? So also, but you know, some things do go from, you know, through BKB. So from this perspective, I would be more keen on getting a to basically get some storm surge. So I'll get some. Okay, that much better. So basically, when I get attacked, there is some sort of retribution, right? So okay, let's see here if I can manage to slow this guy down. Drow Ranger is gonna block me like an absolute champ. And now I am absolutely great. What? Wow, he DP'd. Well, what can you do? At least the tower is here. No. Good. So as long as I can drain him, as long as I can drain him, I'm not scared of Faceless Void. So you saw there my static link came off cooldown, so I was able to man up versus Faceless Void as well. Even if he ulted, he would have done absolutely nothing to me. He would have also stunned his teammate. Maybe his teammate's ult would have done work in the background, but you saw there the power of the Storm Surge. So they cast spells on me, and you saw the retribution there, and the return damage and the slow. So it's basically a deterrent, right? So don't go for Razor. I'm gonna get slowed, I'm gonna get damaged, and they can go for my teammates. So this leaves me time to drain with my static link, so that's why I would be able to make an impact in the game. Now I could also go for that. Not too sure though. You know, more aggressive item, or I could also I like Aghanim in this particular instance simply because it gives me another target for Eye of the Storm. So this means even if I'm caught up in that ultimate, I still can do something. This guy's going to absolutely melt. So, you know, I just pop my Eye of the Storm, Faceless comes in and ults. If he catches some of his teammates in the ultimate, then I will be dealing damage to both Faceless and reducing his armor, making him vulnerable once he finishes his ult, but I will also be killing his teammate at the same time. So it basically means that I'm also investing in this Eye of the Storm, right? It's a long-term investment, both with Aghanim Scepter and with my talent. So it just means that I get to do so much more while being disabled. And the next item that I'm going to go after Aghanim Scepter is going to be some sort of armor to further reduce the attack speed of it's going to be, what's the name of the item? Keep forgetting. Shiva's Guard, right? Because it reduces attack speed of enemies by 45, which makes Faceless Void again less effective. So my only goal is to continue to be useful while stuck in the Faceless Void ultimate, because late game Faceless Void ultimate is going to be the main issue we have to deal with. So as long as I manage to mitigate most of those issues, or at least create issues in return for the enemy team, then I would say that I did my part in contributing to this hopefully victory. Now let's see here. There's a fight brewing, but I don't have mana, and fight has already, the initial skirmish has already ended. Okay, I'm regenerating here. I'm not sure. Is this guy TPing or not? Okay, he TP'd, so I'm TPing as well then. 4v5, I'm still confident as long as we don't get stuck in Faceless Void ultimate. It's a bit scary here. We are all relatively clumped up.
Very well.
Not so much now, he can't catch all three of us. We need Ricky to basically, okay, I'm gonna drain him now. Oh no, that is the worst situation. I wasn't able to do anything there. That is the worst situation. I was about to drain him, to do static link, and he caught me. So that can also happen. You know, that is this is the issue. But because I was forward, right, I was aggressively coming there to link him, right? He only ulted 2 people, me and Ricky, right? So he chose me as the target. Again, also he chose me as the target because he's scared of my static link, right? So from this perspective, he did not ult lots of people. He also prioritized me. It means my team thrived, right, in the background. So we are fine. Why is this guy not stunning? Oh, he can't stun yet. He's just so silly. He needs to get out and then stun. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. So it's a bit silly there, seeing him do that. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, he basically Faceless Void prioritized me, so I still did something, right? Basically, I made him tunnel vision on me, and I reduced the amount of benefit from his ultimate, right? So he got less benefit from that ultimate simply because I was forward. I basically prevented my team from clumping up because I was so daring. Okay, I'll let him get the bounty for that, or not. It's just a sentry ward. It's no bounty for him. However, he feels that he is reaping the benefits for his work. Don't kill the word from the support. Okay, what's happening here? So I would be wise to just go back. I mean, this guy is not there. This guy is also randomly farming and he doesn't have... Again, be aware of your minimap. I could have gone in there. I could have popped my Eye of the Storm. So that's another lesson to be learned. So during that encounter with Faceless, right? During that encounter with Faceless, I should have popped my Eye of the Storm first and then static linked him, because at least my Eye of the Storm would have done something while I was stuck in the ultimate. So next time, especially since now I have the upgrade on Eye of the Storm, I should D first, use my ultimate ability first, and then walk in with my static link. But the problem is sometimes they run away, you don't static link them, and then you've wasted your ultimate. So it's, I mean, sometimes it's better to just rush the ultimate, sometimes it's better to wait, make sure you've static linked them, make sure the fight is happening, and then pop the ultimate. So it's always a tough decision. In that case, Faceless was keen on fighting, we were 4v5, so probably in that perspective it would have been better to be a bit more defensive and pop the ultimate just in case there is a fight going on here. I don't like that Leech's ultimate, but it expired, so we are good. What am I draining here? I'm not draining anybody. I'm not sure if we are supposed to go on. Ah, it's just too late already. Just go back. It's just... So, fight was 4v5 from the beginning, right? Go back, go back, go back. There's no point in finding 3v5, no point. We need to wait for this Death Prophet's ultimate to expire. So fight was already 4v5 when I got there, and it quickly became 3v5. So there's no point in just going in and using everything I have. I do want to wait for our stun, and I do want to wait for our static ultimate there, right? So it's a very powerful level 2 mass serpent word. I would feel much better if I were to fight in some mass serpent word ultimates. 2 of them if he has the refresher item. Okay, perhaps no one is. I'm not sure here what's going on. Okay, let's get this guy. Sure, fine, no problem. Do you have a basher to stun him? Do you have a basher to stun him? There he is. Okay, so I saw a change in the pattern. So Drow Ranger, instead of getting the farm top, he was TPing bot, right? So I didn't notice the fight going on bot because it's difficult to see Ricky when he's in his ability form, right? It's difficult to see when, but I saw a change in the pattern. So I immediately should ask myself, why is that? Why is that change in the pattern occurring? Because Drow Ranger saw a fight happening, so I'm going there, helping out with that fight, right? So the fact that for a split second, I asked myself, why is Drow Ranger doing what he's doing? Then that basically helped us start an amazing fight. Now I'm not sure if so I was expecting Faceless for it to jump me, so that's why I popped my ultimate, because we were quite deep inside enemy territory. I still have the ultimate for not sure for some time. So I'm just going to go a bit forward here, show Faceless for it. I'm not scared of him. It's basically just a show. Not very serious. Now my ultimate is expiring, I have to be careful. I'm waiting for that Faceless Void to try and link him if possible. However, the positioning is a bit on a choke point. If he places his ultimate perfectly, I can't really go in and drain him. Anyway, let's just go back. We got what we came for. The objective again is completed. 12-2, not that bad. And again, most of the game we have been taking strategic decisions. We didn't do anything. So the execution it's quite easy, right? Static link, pop your ultimate, wait for the perfect distance, and use plasma field, right? So the execution in itself, it's not particularly difficult. It's a relatively easy hero to play, right? It gives you the time to think. The main problem is when do you pop your abilities on which hero, and also you know, in what context, right? What is the minimap, what is the situation, what is the distribution, what is the movement, what is the momentum. So all these decisions, that all these thoughts, all these calculations that go on in the background, right? These are the most important. Execution itself relatively easy, especially on this hero. That's why it's a hero I whenever I get the chance to pick it, I do. You could argue, well, laning phase could have been better. We could have gotten more last hits. We could have had a different pattern of harassing him out of the lane. We could have probably, once we got our ultimate, we could have killed him over and over again, but we didn't know. We had to make an experiment to match our forces, to basically compare our static link and our ultimate with his ultimate. So apparently when you do get level 4 static link, when you do have your ultimate, you can melt this Death Prophet. Now there is a fight brewing mid. I'm not eager to expose myself. I'm not sure here what Ricky is doing. Kind of going towards that side, but also I'm not overcommitting. Just want to be in the area in case the fight becomes more interesting. There are more people involved. Okay, we are slowly transitioning into the late game, and this is where, you know, being aware of what your team is doing becomes crucially important. You can't just be out there on your own farming when your team is trying to push. Even if it's a bad push, you kind of have to be there with them, making it a less worse push, right? So now I'm in front. As soon as I see Faceless Void, I'm gonna link him, and I'm going to pop my ultimate in case he's going to ult. I'm still gonna do something, and I'm gonna go forward here. They're gonna go for me, but my team in the background is hopefully doing something. Hopefully, again, I initiated, and basically I was a nuisance for that Faceless Void, and I prevented him from having a great fight, right? So I was basically right there in his face, and his whole team was basically focusing me. He basically wasn't able to ult. I mean, he was too stressed to deal with me to ult properly, and we got a good exchange, I dare say. We killed Death Prophet, and we got the buyback from Night Stalker. So 3 for 2. That's great. That at the end, I don't know what happened there. We lost the support. Oh, what turned out to be a good fight turned out to be a terrible fight, simply because they strayed around Faceless Void, decided to ult and kill them. So that's poor play from them. So I sacrificed myself to get a good fight, and then they basically fed Faceless Void later. So all my effort for nothing. However, I mean, this is my perception. At least you could argue that, look, that's not at all what happened. But sometimes your perception can be this way, and even if your perception is in this way, you should continue to stay focused. And I would say here I'm going to go for the armor. This one gives me more armor, but that one deals also damage in the background, and there is something going on here. There is definitely something going on, and I'm definitely training this guy and also popping my ultimates. Now let's do this. Let's do this because, oh, never mind, they already did it. I missed that. I completely missed that. Busy talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. The sacrifices in terms of my concentration that I do for you, which is absolutely fine. So let's see here. I'm not sure. I mean, momentum is with us, definitely. They don't have the Night Stalker. Remember, he bought back. He's not buying back. He's staying dead. I don't agree with the Shadow Shaman coming all the way to me. This leech is not a great target. I should have basically gone for Faceless Void. However, I couldn't wait that long. Or perhaps again it was my perception that I couldn't wait. My team doesn't care. Absolutely doesn't care. So, or probably they killed Death Prophet in the background, which is fine. So either way, it's fine because they were able to come back and kill Faceless Void. Okay, so I am again being active, distracting Faceless Void. That's what we want to do. Remember, at this point in the game, so we got lots of kills in the beginning, but at this point in the game, we have to play our part. What is our part? What is our role? Why did I pick this hero? Right? We basically picked this hero to make life difficult for Faceless Void. So we should be there, in front, away from our team, training Faceless Void, basically forcing him to cast ultimate on just us and even his teammates, right, if a teammate is in need. So that's our purpose, right? So that's what we are doing. It doesn't matter if we die. Somebody has to die, somebody has to initiate. We don't have, I mean, we do have this initiator here, but he's more of a follow-up initiator. He basically waits for the fight to develop, and then he channels his ultimate in the background, and then he uses his I sure hope he has a blink dagger. Yeah, he has a blink dagger. He uses blink dagger to come in and deal damage. So he's not going to initiate, he's just going to wait. Then Demented Shaman is going to wait. Obviously he's a support. Ricky might initiate, but his invis, he kind of wants to be sneaky, find an isolated target, so he's going to wait for that isolated target. And then obviously we have a ranged carry. He can't be going in forward first. He's also going to wait. So everybody's going to wait if you think about it. So the most important role, especially in the solo queue games, is initiating for good fights. So if I'm initiating a good fight, for example there, I killed Leech. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Sell, and sell. Come on. I wanted this one, and now... Okay, I lost some gold there, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I want to basically prevent Faceless Void from having lots of attack speed, so probably the other one made more sense for me, simply because I deal more damage. So that one has minus armor, so you might say, what an unorthodox build, Neki, but again, target or attack speed, I'm gonna get with one more target, right? So I'm gonna have 3 targets for Eye of the Storm. So if I just go in, I'm going to basically zap 3 of them. Oh no, what is this? Oh no, he's going to... Okay, he's going to drain me there. I pop my ultimate, you see there? He's gonna kill me, yeah, but I pop my ultimate. I'm doing something, right? I am doing some damage. Look, I did something there. Right? I didn't do a lot, and my team is not able to capitalize on it. You know, that's fair, but at least I did something there. Just go back, please. Go back. Try and go back. I've just purchased my item, which is a terrible place to be in. And probably will lose the game here. Oh, never mind. Finally, Draw Ranger did something. And now he'll actually be able to kill. Okay, excellent. Now, it's very important to save for buyback. These are my core items. So this one is going to reduce attack speed from a Faceless Void. This one is going to obviously dispel, and this one is going to basically make me a better damage dealer while being stunned in Faceless Void Ultimate. So these are my core items. Now all I have to do is basically save for buyback. That's all I have to do. Save for buyback, and then any item I get beyond that, it's bonus. It's basically. So now it's time to make plays. So I see players farming so late in the game. Farming for those items. What are you farming for? You already have your core items. Next item should be, these are my core items, at least in the context of the strategy that I defined for this game. And then next item should be, well, item with double coat should be buyback, and the next item should be boots for mobility, helping team around, pushing lanes. So yeah, well, 13-5, not that bad. And remember, we had a great game in the beginning and afterwards we basically initiated, which meant we were going to die a few times, right, to create space for our ranged carry here. I'm not a carry, I'm a semi-carry. At least this is how I see this hero. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, oh no, I'm going to create. I'm not going to create anything. It's going to die apparently. Okay. If this guy would stop blocking me for a second, maybe I could actually drain him. Shadow Shaman. Why are you blocking me for? Anyway, no reason to rage. The fact that we went for armor definitely had played a role in us. You see how we are melting this building. What is this? So you see how we are melting the building. We'll leave this one. It will attack towers as well. So. Okay. There is, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we play Razor versus Faceless Void. I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time.